Hello there guys and welcome, it is MYRNE here and today it is time for me to welcome you back to yet another episode of our Wigan Athletic Road to Glory here on FIFA 16. Today I've got another 5 games for you, 3 played ones, 2 simmed ones, and the played ones, oh my word, are they juicy. We're playing Arsenal, Tottenham and Liverpool, all in the Barclays Premier League today. We're then simming a game against West Ham United, which is going to be difficult. I would usually play that in any other circumstances. And we've also got an FA Cup tie that we need to sim against Luton Town in the second round. The first action, though, of this episode is a little bit of training in the background. You can see Oil Chan there going up on his finishing. Samet Schenkeveld, one of our best youth academy graduates there, he's on the verge of 71. Naby Keita there going up on the odd defensive stat, and also Alban Lafont being trained there as well, because we all know goalkeeping training is absolutely OP. Now though, it is time for the first played game of today's episode, and it is in the BPL against Arsenal at the Emirates Stadium. Not a bad way to ease ourselves into the episode, I suppose. There you can see the squad in the background. Mikael Doolan's still out through injury, so Joshua Gatt, the American winger that we signed from Norway, is still in the squad. First chance of the game, they're going to Danny Welbeck, and a spectacular save from Alban Lafont to keep it out. Free kick being taken by Kano. Hand save, though, there from Petr Cech. Pretty comfortable in the air, not exactly in the corner, so Petr Cech doing a good job there of saving it. All the way into the second half after a very cagey first half, and we've sent a lot of our defenders forward. Joshua Gatt and Oil Chan are the last line of defence. The tackle comes in there from Oil Chan on Ainsley Maitland-Niles, and there's a foul. We did a pretty decent job of stopping the goal there, though, because they had a lot of players over. Free kick, though, in a very dangerous position. Santi Cazorla will take, and Santi Cazorla will score. It's a wonderful free kick. It's not really in the corner, though. I think the pace on the ball has beaten Alban Lafont, who's had a very good game up until now, making a few saves. Step over there from Sanchez, and it's a wonderful free kick from Cazorla. You would have probably expected him to score in that situation. Arsenal going forward again. Giroud there with the pass to Monreal, but it is a comfortable save from Lafont, who gets the counter-attack going very quickly there with the throw out to Oil Chan. Now it's Dominic Iorfa. It's now or never, really. 5 minutes to go. We've not had many chances in this game. Bartosz Kapustka now on the ball. He sees Kemar Roof centrally. There's a good run being made by the Turk. Oil Chan, if Roof can find him, he can. Oil Chan's through on goal. Can he score? Yes, he can. And it is a late goal, 3 minutes to go, but the smiley assassin, Oil Chan, the Turkish winger, celebrates with Dominic Iorfa, Andre Gray and Kemar Roof, because he has surely got us a point in this game. The equaliser there, despite the pressure from Alexis Sanchez, who somehow did not manage to clear the ball away, and the game ends 1-1, a very solid draw for newly promoted Wigan away against Arsenal at the Emirates Stadium. Alban Lafont gets man of the match, made some very good saves in that game. But unfortunately, of course, he did concede to Santi Cazorla. I have a stutter. I'm fairly sure I have a stutter, and I showed that off there a moment ago. Good ratings as well for Naby Keita, and I think Dominic Iorfa as well, who also played very well there in that game. Now back into training, and Samet Schenkeveld, the Dutch centre-back, we still haven't actually seen him play. He's not made his debut, although with the fixture congestion in this episode, you may see him for the first time in a game. He's up to 71 now, so he's now better than Jason Pearce. He's now our 3rd best centre-back in the entire squad, so only bettered by Jamal Lascelles and Kaan Ayhan. In the background, though, emails-wise, you can see Mikael Dooland is finally back from injury following Dominic Iorfa off the long-term injury table. He is now back in use and in the squad, and you can see we've got the risk of losing 6 players. Jason Pearce, Max Power, Will Grigg, and a few others, so we'll tie them down to contracts apart from Jason Pearce, who I'm just completely done with, to be honest with you, in this squad after a string of pretty poor performances in his last few played games. Now, though, it is time for the second played game of today's episode, the second game overall, against Tottenham. Not many changes. Mikael Doolan's still not ready to start this one, so he's on the bench, and Joshua Gatt still remains in the starting 11. Apart from that, though, there's nothing really to tell you as we now play the other team from North London. Christian Eriksen putting the ball down the wing there for Ward, and he's hit the crossbar with the cross after 2.5 minutes, and Tottenham need to flip in, calm down. Clinton Ng is on a run. Joshua Gatt just giving it straight back to him, and Clinton Ng dribbling through but denied by Alban Lafont. Great save from the French youngster going against Clinton Ng, who's causing us all sorts of problems, and he's going again. Goes past Lascelles, and a wonderful save from Lafont. It's the Ng versus Lafont show at the moment, and Lafont very much coming out on top at the moment. We now finally going forward on the half-an-hour mark. Kemar Roof finding Bartosz Kapustka, but it's a tame shot in the end, and blocked there, I think, by Ben Davies in the end after the sweaty square attempt. Oil Chan now finding Reece James, who finds Joshua Gatt on the edge of the area. Can he find some space? Yes, he can. It's deflected off the American centre-back Carter Vickers, and Joshua Gatt has his first goal for the club. The American pacey winger who we signed from Mulder on a pre-contract agreement at the start of Season 2 for our Championship campaign, finally gets his first played game goal. I think it's a deflected goal, so it's very lucky. It's completely outfoxed Hugo Lloris there as the deflection, but we take a lead really against the run of play. I suppose you could say. But now Tottenham going forward. Christian Eriksen there getting the ball off Nabil Bentaleb. It's out wide and it's found DeAndre Yedlin. Everyone's just stopped playing. All of our players and all of Tottenham's players have just completely stopped playing, allowing DeAndre Yedlin into the box. He's tackled by Reece James and the shot goes wide. But what on earth happened there? We're going to see a replay of this. Look at this. We're watching Dominic Iorfa, but look at everyone else. Eric Dyer stops playing. Naby Keita, Christian Eriksen, Lascelles and Ihan to the left-hand side. Reece James at the top of the screen. They all stop playing apart from DeAndre Yedlin and Joshua Gatt at the top of the screen. Now finally Dominic Iorfa springs back into life. Meanwhile, DeAndre Yedlin's massively advanced down the right-hand side. Lucky there not to concede. Reece James, though, has won the ball back in a dangerous area for Tottenham. Kapuska sees Kemar Roof. The deflected pass has seen its way to Oyolchan, who finds Andre Gray. And Andre Gray has scored again. After he went mental last episode, he gets his first goal of the episode today to make it 2-0 here against Tottenham. Hugo Lloris gets a hand to it, but he cannot keep it out, and Andre Gray gets his 6th goal in the Barclays Premier League, and his transfer from Burnley is looking like an absolute snip. He's through on goal again here, unchallenged, but it's a shot from Gray, saved by Hugo Lloris pretty comfortably and out there for a corner just 7 minutes after half-time. Clinton Ng, meanwhile, is back on the ball. He's found Ward and a great save, one-handed there from Lafont to keep it out. That was a thunderous strike from the youngster there from Tottenham, Mr. Ward, but a good save from Lafont, who's been wonderful in this game. Andre Gray's going forward meantime. Wonderful skill to get past Ben Davies, but an incredible one-handed save there from Hugo Lloris to keep him out. And what an end-to-end game. This is Tottenham going up the other end, back to Clinton Ng, and a life-saving challenge from Dominic Iorfa in the 77th minute. Now 3 minutes later, we're going forward. Emir Hughes finds Ademola Lookman to Andre Gray, who should have put the game beyond any sort of doubt whatsoever, but with the outside of the boot, puts the ball wide. That should have been 3-0 and a second goal to Andre Gray. But we do keep a hold of the clean sheet, and we win the game 2-0. Alban Lafont once again with a great rating, and again man of the match. Oyolchan with a 7.7 rating. Reece James, Lascelles, Iorfa, Roof and Gatt also with good ratings, and a 7.4 for Andre Gray. Nice to see Joshua Gatt get his first goal for the club in a played game, certainly, because he's featured quite a lot, certainly as a substitute, and then when Mikel Doolan's been injured, he's stepped up and done a pretty good job as the American, so it's nice to see him get that first goal for the club after signing from Norway. You can see some training there in the background, bit of growth there in terms of attributes, but no growth in terms of overall. Now that we're going to jump into the first sim game of today's episode, and it's away from home against West Ham in the BPL. This is going to be a difficult one. They've still got a very good squad, the likes of Paye, but we've taken the lead thanks to Kemar Roof. However, Cheku Koyate has equalised just 10 minutes later, so in the first 22 minutes it is 1-1. Kemar Roof, though, getting only his second BPL goal of the season, I do believe, here in this sim. It's still an important one. Sim goals are as vital as played goals. Unfortunately, you just don't get to see them. Into the final 15 minutes, it's still 1-1, but Sam Byram has scored late on. Can we equalise? Yes, we can. Kemar Roof again. He gets a brace and a vital last-minute goal. We've been getting so many late goals in both Leicester career and in Wigan career recently. There is another one, and the brace from Kemar Roof, enough to get us a point away from home in a sim against West Ham, which is a very, very good result. Our sim form away from home is much better than our sim form at home, which is slightly frustrating. Now that it's time for the fourth game of today's episode, we've got fatigue issues going into this one. It's against Liverpool. So once again, it's going to be another very difficult game. Here you can see the squad in the background just echoing the fatigue issues. Finally, we see the debut of Samet Schenkeveld at centre-half. We'll see how good he is. Volden, Rico Henry, Joshua Gatt, Emir Hughes and Will Grigg all into the side as well. Kaan Ayhan and Dominic Iorfa are starting, but they're both very, very tired, so they'll probably have to come off. What a save, though, from Lafont with the first action of the game. The header on the rebound from Emre Can over the bar, but Coutinho with the shot. And again, Alban Lafont with a wonderful save. He's been fantastic this episode. Andre Gray, though, now set away by Joshua Gatt, goes for the shot, but it's a bit wild in the end. It's high and wide. Andre Gray, who scored a lot of goals, but unfortunately for him, has sort of missed a lot of chances. Samet Schenkeveld, though, with a wonderful interception there on Adam Lallana. Calmness composed as well to find Emir Hughes, who's now found Andre Gray. Cuts inside, then cuts back away from Mamadou Sakho. Can he find the net? No, he can't again. It's another miss from Andre Gray. It's another disappointing one into the side netting. Mistake though there from Nathaniel Klein. And Andre Gray set away again, this time by Emir Hughes. Will he go it alone? No, he's got Emir Hughes in support. He goes for the pass across. And it is 1-0 to ourselves on the hour mark. It's a bit of a disgusting goal, and I apologise for that, really. But it's a really, really important one in the grand scheme of things. That's why I had to do that. Andre Gray passing it across for Emir Hughes, who gets his first goal in the BPL season. Not a bad time to do that. And we lead 1-0 here at Anfield. We knew this was going to happen though at the start. Kano and Dominic Iorfa are too tired to continue. Don't usually bring off defenders in games, but we had to this time. Donovan Daniels and James Bree are on into the final 2 minutes, and Joshua Gatt has now been set away. Liverpool overcommitting players forward. Can Gatt make it 2? No, because it's a wonderful save from Simon Mignolet in between the Liverpool sticks. And that is the end of the game. Another brilliant win against high-class opposition here in the Barclays Premier League. That man, Philip Volden, no doubt thanks to him. He was fantastic. Both of the Youth Academy graduates were wonderful. As you can see, a wonder pass there as well from Philip Volden after winning the ball back. But not just him. Samet Schenkeveld at the back was brilliant as well. A great interception there. You saw him create a chance from defence in the main highlights thanks to an interception, but Philip Volden showing a bit of dribbling ability there, winning a free kick. Schenkeveld going over to the right-hand side, winning the ball off James Milner, then calm and composed, giving it to Volden. Volden winning the ball back as well and then starting a counter-attack. Both of them were very, very good. I'd say the only thing that Volden is lacking is a bit of pace. But apart from that, he's very solid, and he actually got man of the match. 7.6 rating for him. Schenkeveld got a 7.5, so he was very close to man of the match as well. And there was also a very, very good rating too for Andre Gray. So the young Youth Academy graduates there, proving that they can do a good job as well. Maybe Naby Keita's starting 11 place is under threat. Not entirely sure about Jamal Lascelles and Carl because they've been very solid recently. So it'll take more than one good performance from Samet Schenkeveld to get him in the starting 11. But it's very promising from both of them. Nice to see. Schenkeveld, though, is going to play the 5th game in this episode, but it's a simmed one this time against Luton Town in the FA Cup second round. And Kemar Roof has scored in a sim again. It's a very changed squad, as you can see. James Bree, Schenkeveld, Josh Gatt, Yannick Wildschut, Emir Hughes and Will Grigg all into the side, but it's still a squad that should do the damage against a League 2 side or a League 1 side in the FA Cup. Ademola Lookman and Oilchan making it off the bench and onto the pitch there for Grigg and Gatt respectively. It's remaining 1-0 though going into the final 5 minutes, and that is how the game ends. So that early goal in the first 10 minutes from Kemar Roof is enough to do the damage, and Kemar Roof, would you believe, is the only man to have scored in simmed games this episode. That's a decent stat for you. He, of course, scored both of our goals in the sim against West Ham, and he scored the winner there in the sim in that 1-0 win against Luton Town. So well done, Kemar Roof. Not proving it in played games in terms of getting goals, but, you know, doing a good job in terms of sims as well. They're just as important as played games because we need the results in those too. As you can see in the background here is the table, very, very close, really up and down the table, really. Spurs leading the table by a goal difference ahead of Manchester City. We are now up into 8th place. We've gained 2 positions after 2 pretty big wins against Liverpool and against Spurs, and of course a draw against West Ham and a draw against Arsenal. So it's been a very good episode, an unbeaten episode that's seen us move up 2 places in the table over Liverpool. We've actually gained a position over Liverpool. We've passed them now in the league after beating them, and we're now only 2 points away from European football. So it's looking pretty good. Great start to the season. Great first half of the season actually for us so far. We're now into January, but regrettably I won't be able to take sort of suggestions for players to buy because I'm having to pre-record videos before I go away to Leeds Festival. So regrettably I won't be able to ask you guys what players you want me to buy because I just won't. I simply will have recorded the next episodes before this video has even gone live. So I apologise for that. Hopefully you guys won't mind me making the decisions on my own, but realistically we don't have any money at all to make any signings anyway. If you have enjoyed this video though, feel free to the likes button, subscribe if you're new around here as well, and comment about enjoying the video if you enjoyed it that much. It's been a pleasure ranting at you guys though today. Have a great day, enjoy yourselves, and goodbye.
Nah, that's not me. Act like a waste man, that's not me. Sex in the girl, nah, that's not me. Lips in the girl, nah, that's not me. Yeah, I used to wear Gucci, I put it all in the